Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I hope you are fine. I'm fine too. Alright, so welcome to the channel, and here we are with session 12. First of all, I would like to wish you, mashallah, today is first Ramadan Mubarak. So happy Ramadan. Let's move on. Today's topic. Today I have selected the topic from grammar. It's very interesting and it is very knowledgeable. The topic is countable and uncountable nouns. So there are different things we can learn about countable and uncountable nouns. We'll go step by step. We'll learn what is countable and what is uncountable noun. We will learn which verbs are used, and then we'll go with positive sentences like sentence wise, negatives and questions. There are different uses and different rules what we have with this topic. So let's move on with the explanation. Countable nouns. Countable, the word itself tells its meaning. Countable means those nouns which we can count. Those nouns can be counted. Means those nouns which we can count. For example, an apple, we can count an apple. 2 chairs, we can count. Fine. A book. 10 men. Fine. 2 buildings, like which we can count easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Whereas, on the other hand, uncountable nouns, it is opposite of countable. Means we cannot count it. We cannot count it. Yes, there is a rule. You can count this, but you cannot count it directly. We will learn this in the next session. But let's see why we cannot, which are those nouns which we cannot count. So nouns cannot be counted. Countable means counted. Uncountable means not countable. Okay, not counted. For example, air. We have air, money, rice, water, luck, bread. These are the nouns which we cannot count. Let's make it more clear. Except these nouns, what are the other nouns? Be focused, okay? It is very important point for you. Air. What is air? Air is a gas. It means we cannot count gas. Like for example, we cannot count air. Okay. We cannot count. There are many other gases as well. Helium is a gas. We cannot count. Okay, fine. Oxygen is a gas. We cannot count. Okay. So we cannot count a gas. Money. There are many words like money which we have in English. We cannot count, like money, luggage. Like there are exemptions. Okay, money, luggage, and there are lots of words you will see in the worksheet. But I will just give you an assignment. Rice. Yes, a smaller part, a very tiny part. Rice, sugar, salt. They're very tiny. We cannot count them. So we do have the rice. They are very tiny parts. Those words which are very smaller in size, we cannot count them. So those are uncountable nouns. Sorry. Water. What is water? Sorry. Water is a liquid. It means we cannot count liquid as well. Water, oil, milk. There are many like petrol. We cannot count. Okay, so they are uncountable nouns. Luck. What is the luck? Luck is an abstract noun. Means feelings. Luck, love, we cannot count. Freedom, we cannot count. Hate, we cannot count. Yes, of course. Last but not the least, bread. So bread, we can count a bread. No, we cannot count a bread. Then what is the point here? Those things which we can make a smaller part. Those nouns which we can make a smaller part. For example, bread, we just have the slices of bread. So bread, we just cut into small pieces. For example, meat, we can cut into the pieces. So meat is also uncountable noun. So let's summarize it. Gas, liquid, other cases, abstract noun, smaller part, and those things which you can cut into the pieces. So this is the explanation of countable and uncountable nouns. I guess you have understood. Now let's go on and talk about verbs to use. We do not use all the verbs with countable and uncountable nouns. We have different cases. Let's talk about countable noun. Countable noun says if the word is singular. If the noun is singular, we use is. For example, the book is old. Okay? Means singular is. When it is plural, we use are. The books are. Got it? Singular is, plural are. Countable noun. If it is in present, if you are going in past, so was and were. Okay? To talk about uncountable nouns, so keep in your mind, it is a normal mistake what students make. We have only one form. There is no plural form in uncountable nouns. Like rice, rices. No, we don't have. We have only one form. Okay? Only singular. We have only one form. No plural. No plural. Okay? Like for example, butter. Butters. Ever. It is incorrect. It is correct. Okay? Like for example, rice. Rices. No. Alright? So form. So if we have one, we have only one singular form. So we use is. Is with the singular form. Sugar is sweet. Sugar is sweet. Sugar is sweet because it is singular. There is no plural, so only one is. Not. Miss, it is very important point. You should notice it. Can't use number or our and before them. Means with uncountable nouns, we cannot count, we cannot put our and or we cannot put a number before them. Like for example, a rice, never. Two rice, never. A bread, two breads, no. They are incorrect. Okay? So keep in your mind, no our and no article, indefinite article and no numbers. Alright. I guess you got it. Let's move on. Now it is very interesting because there are different rules. So keep the rule one by one in your mind and try to keep it separate. Okay? Keep it separate. Don't mix it. If you will mix it, you will get confused. Just keep it separate because that's why I have kept it separate. Fine, different from each other. Let's talk about positive sentence. Okay? Positive sentence. For singular, our and. For singular, we have our and. For example, there is a man at the door. There is a man at the door. You cannot say there are a man. Never. That's a very big mistake, a blunder. So for singular, we use I. For plurals, we use some. For example, I have some friends. You cannot say there is some man at the door. Never. So in positive, with singular we use our and with plurals we use some. If we talk about uncountable nouns, so we have only one singular, as we discussed it. So only singular form, there is no plural, so we use only one word, some. For example, there is some milk in the fridge. There is some milk, not milks, because milk we cannot count a number. So there is some milk in the fridge. There is some oil on the floor. There is some money there. Got it? Fine. Let's talk about negative sentences. For singular, we use a and. Simple. I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. Simple. For plural, we use any. That's interesting. See, I and are same, but when we go to positive, we use some. When we go to negative, we use any. Positive some, negative any. Repeat after me. Positive some, negative any. Positive some, negative any. Repeat, repeat, and repeat. Then otherwise, there is no other chance. There aren't any seats. There are not any seats. Like seats are finished. There aren't any seats. Okay. There isn't any student in the class. Fine. There isn't any student in the class. Okay. I can say there aren't any people in the ground. Fine. Same like this. With negative we use any. With positive we use some. Fine. Let's talk about negative. Uncountable nouns. We have only one form, so we use any. Some and any, only one case. When it was singular, we use I and it is only one. It is only one, so we use some and we use any. There isn't any coffee. Like there isn't any ink inside. Fine. Ink. Why ink? Any? Because ink is a liquid, and a liquid is a liquid is an uncountable noun. Right? Let's move to the last part of the sentences section. Questions. We have different rules here. In question, we use our and any and how many. Our and with singular, any and how many. For example, is there a cat in my room? Is there a cat in my room? Is there a ghost in my room? Ghost. I'm scared of ghosts. Fine. So when we talk about a singular one, we use are. Alright. Are there any chairs? When we have doubt that is plural. When we talk about plural, we use any. With be verbs is about are there any chairs? Or with question word how many? We can say how many chairs are there. You can use either of the sentences, whether this or this. Fine. I can say how many people are sitting in my room? Okay. Are there any shops opened in market? Shops we can count, people we can count. Very simple. With uncountable, we have any and how much. Any is same, but how many and how much. Remember, with countable nouns we use how many. With uncountable noun we use how much. Repeat after me. Countable, how many. Uncountable, how much. How many, how much. Countable, uncountable. Countable, uncountable, how many, how much. That's good. Alright. Is there any sugar? Of course. How much orange juice is there? So see, sugar and juice. Sugar is a smaller part, very tiny, and juice is a liquid. So it is uncountable noun. So is there any sugar and how much orange juice is there? Okay. I want to clear one point here. The word any is mostly used in the negative sense. It means that we possibly have a critic or we have the negative answer. Like the answer is in negative sense. Means that you will get not the answer what you like. Okay. So we use any. To make it simple, it is used for negative sentences, you can say. Fine. There are some exceptions I would like to mention here. It is very in-depth. There are many things we can discuss more, but I will go quickly. Some exceptions are there. If we offer someone for something, for example, we are offering someone, do you want chocolate? Do you want any chocolate? Do you want some chocolate? Yes. Do you want some chocolate? We use some when we are offering or asking. For example, if I say, please bring some juice. Fine. So we use some when we offer or ask for anything. Please bring that thing particular. Lots of and a lot of. That's a different topic, but it is related to it. So I would like to mention here. We use lots of and a lot of. Both are used in the similar senses, similar meaning. So you can use a lot of or lots of with both. How many and how much, countable and uncountable. Like for example, if I ask how many days are there in a week, or how much money do you have in your pocket? Alright. So here we are with our topic. I guess you would have understood and you would have learned many things. If you have any confusion, you can ask me in comment section. Last but not the least, very important part, assignments. There are 2 assignments for this session. I will share a worksheet with you. Complete the worksheet and share with me your answers. And number 2, listening. I'll share the listening clip, an audio clip. You will listen, practice and write. So here we wind up our class. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and share with your loved ones. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah.